music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is our review for Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant. This is season 1, episode 11. I am very tired, y'all. I had a horrible headache today. I took 2 Excedrin like an hour ago, so now I'm kind of sleepy, but we gonna get this review done, and the other 3 I have left. So if I seem off a little bit, don't be like, was she drunk? Was she high? Is she off her meds? Or I'm not on no meds or whatever. Just know I'm just not feeling too good. Tonight's I hate this stain on my favorite little sleep shirt, but I don't care at this point. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Tonight's lipstick, I think I've worn this color before. It is called Dagger. It is a color from Kat Von D. Ignore my nails, I have to redo them. It's a color from Kat Von D. I know I wore it before because I said it's a better lighter, it's a better darker blue than that weird ass what I have on. So I think I have worn it before, but I do like it for reviews. I don't know if I would wear it. Well, now I wear it outside with the right outfit. Anywho, this I'm waiting for even though I'm not trying to rush the show. I keep thinking, okay, when season finale? I don't know. I'm just like, where is it? Not that I want it to be over, but I'm like, where is it? The beginning, we see Lexi and Kyla. When there's a season 2, because it's going to be a season 2, and if the season 2 is of the same castmates, I need them to go ahead and just take Lexi off. Only because Lexi is like watching paint dry. I think it can be the fact that she wants to be a dang on mortician or funeral director. I mean, she just gives me nothing at all. And neither does Kyla. It's boring as hell watching them. Which is why I can get through. It looks like something's on my boob, but it's not. That's just a microphone. I don't want y'all like, what's on her boob? Not that microphone. So yeah, they're boring. I mean, just boring. Watching paint dry, boring. Sitting around waiting for your fish to cook, boring. Sitting up under the hair dryer with no goddamn cell phone reception, boring. You know what I'm saying? In science class, you don't want to cup of frog, boring. I mean, just boring all the way around. And let's get into it. Lexi graduating high school, cool. She gonna see her birth father. Cool. She sees her birth father, who says that he wished he would have, or he tried to live closer to them when she was growing up, but it never worked out, even though he wanted it to. Cool. Him even saying, I think you and Kayla should try to work it out because it'd be for the better of the child. Okay, really? I mean, it was so generic. She did bring up how her and her dad could sometimes go a month without talking because her mom, her biological father are divorced. Her mother is married to someone else. And it seems as if she does not have a strained relationship with him, but he doesn't live in the same thing, so she just does not talk to him or see him often. Okay, that happens a lot. We kind of get it. That's how I am with my bio father. Him and my mom separated, divorced when I was in like the 1st grade. So, and I don't talk to him much. As y'all know, my father has passed away, who was in my life. So I get it when you have a bio dad who ain't around, he gone up in the wind, whatever, and then you have a father figure in your life, my dad, it can be either way, but it seemed like they are close. Well, they're closer to each other than me and my bio dads. I don't see that nigga. So yeah, it was what it was. She was saying how, it's hard doing this when he's not here, Kyla. That's when her dad did say, you should try to work it out if it can be worked out because it would be better or whatever. Yeah, okay, who cares? She graduated. She got her high school diploma. She said how she do want to be a funeral director. And then Kyla left the little celebration, and as he's leaving, he gave her a hug, like, all right, I gotta go to work, whatever. And he says, all right, love you. She said, love you too. He says, psych, I'm just joking. It's Kyla. That's something else. I'm tired of the bullshit back and forth between y'all two. Either you don't like the girl, well, he don't like the girl, he don't, and she needs to just move on. And I can't wait for her to do that. And that was the end of it. Nope. That's why I say they don't need to be on next season at all. It's just boring. I swear, I was like, her story has kind of always been boring to me. It's too easy of a story, seeing the fact that it seems like nobody's like telling her, girl, leave that boy alone, you can do better. Stop. I don't know, it's just weird, and I ain't here for it. But I do wish her the best. Her baby is adorable, little baby Tobias. Kyler is also boring. They both should be funeral directors. They can run it together. You know what I'm saying? One thing, two funeral directions across the nation, and they can do it together and be a tag team, because they'll both be boring. Girl. Jaden and Shawn. Jaden and Shawn is still broken up, basically. She put him out and everything, and she's still upset about some things he's done, okay? She says how when she was mad at him, how he has been lying, how she went through his phone and she saw pictures of him like hanging out with his friends. Now, why is that so upsetting? Like, was he like out here sucking dick or something in the world? No, he was just hanging out with little work buddies. However, the time of the pictures was supposedly the time he was supposed to be working. She then says, with his checks sometimes would not match up with the amount of hours he said he was working. He always said he was working late. That's another way ladies catch him up in a secret, or just a lie, basically. If he's saying, babe, I'm at work all the time, count up them hours, okay? Count them hours. Know what his wages is. Know how much he makes per hour. And then when he come home and you see that check, and that check ain't for the right amount, then know he's lying, okay? So she found the whole thing out. And she, of course, is just over it because she feels like he's a liar. She cannot trust him. We do see Shawn talking to his friend, saying how he fucked up. He messed up. Jay called him in some lies. How he said she saw me for who I was, who I really was, and she didn't like it. I guess meaning he had been lying to her. And when she found out, she didn't like what she saw, as any woman would be. But I can't respect him for lying to the girl, because you had this whole thing as if, oh, I'm just so in love with her, but you lying about where you been at or whatever. That part is kind of stupid, but I commend him on saying, I know I fucked up. I really love her, I really want to be with her, and I need to, one, give me a job, two, get me a place to live before she will ever look my way, because I do love her, and I'm mad that I messed up, and I want her in my life. So it's one thing, I think they're all young, so you can't. You make mistakes when y'all know how many people make mistakes when they're young, okay? Y'all know about my little life story, well, some of my life story. But it's good that he sees he needs to change. But the question is, if he's really going to do it, and if he do it, is he going to stick with it? So that's going to be the good ass question. We do see her, Jade, then she's going to kind of get mad because her mother was supposed to watch the baby while she went to work. The mama didn't show up, which made Jade an hour late for work, and her cousin ended up having to watch the baby. And, she said she feels like daycare is too expensive. She really can't afford it like that or whatever. Her mom isn't reliable. She just has so much stuff going on. It's just so much, which is true. And the weird thing about it is, I think Jay had this idea of, we're going to have a baby, it's going to be perfect, and her fairy tale idea what happened, or what would be, didn't happen. And now she does not know how to cope being a single mom. I don't think anyone gets pregnant and has a baby, for the most part, under the guidelines of, oh, I'm going to be a single mom in like 2 weeks after the baby born. I'm going to be a single mom a month after the baby born. So for her, she's just having a hard time adjusting to her reality of, technically you're a single parent in this particular case. And she says how she's kind of tired of being the only one doing for the baby, because, of course, Shawn ain't got no job. Her mama and her daddy ain't reliable, so it kind of is what it is. So when we see later on, I just bit my tongue. When we see later on, and she's meeting up with her mom at a restaurant, and her mom was like, however late. This is something else I noticed. This is my petty part. Whenever I go to a restaurant, y'all know I'm a big girl. I hate sitting in booths, simply because I can fit in the booth. It ain't that. My boobs, okay? I hate to have my boobs sitting on the table, and most of the time at a booth, because of my height too, My boobs always kind of just be on the table. I hate that. So whenever I go out with my friends or on a date or anything, I always say I want a table, not a booth. Because at a booth, it's only so much room that you can have the table at because it's a booth. And so, with big breasts or whatever, it's just aggravating to me to have to be in the booth. I'm already big, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And my boobs on the table. So when she got at the restaurant, I'm like, why Jay pick a damn booth? And she know I'm a plus size too. You just don't look, I am a firm believer. I don't think plus size people should be in little tight booths. At least people my age, not my age, my height, because I hate having my boobs sit on the table. And even when her mom scooted in and she had to adjust the table, her boobs was where? On the damn table. Look, I need my food on the table. I need my drinks on the table. I don't need my teas on the table at all. Anywho, all off topic. So her mom gets there because she's late or whatever, and Jade is complaining, I can't believe this. You kind of get on my nerve because you're not reliable. It's just kind of crazy how you're not. I can't, depend on you to do stuff. And she's just basically saying how she's overwhelmed with typical overwhelming feelings when you are a new parent is what she's feeling, and she's just venting to her mom about it. And in this particular instance, her mom said, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get myself together. I'm trying to get, a house or whatever. And I'm in the process of working, trying to move closer to you so that, if you need to drop her off to me, I'm close and you can do that. So, but she kind of don't believe her mom because she said, actions speak louder than words. And I do think that's the thing to say to her, because I'm pretty sure the reason Jay said it was because her mama probably said that time and time again and ain't followed through on it. So, it was still cool to see her able to vent to her mother about her hardships. And that was kind of, the end of Jade thing. Like, what was the end of that? Ashley and Bar. So, we know that Ashley and Bar were going to go to Vegas to visit Bar's mom because she lives in Vegas. And, at this point, Ashley's saying how Bar needs to basically apologize to her mom. Because for one, her mom has done so much for them, letting them live there, helping them out doing A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So, she like, I need him to do that because he want me to be cool with his mom, and his mom ain't did much of nothing for us. So how can you not want to fix the relationship between a person who has helped you? And, she was meeting with her sister, of course, and her sister was like, well, what y'all gonna do next? She's like, well, yeah, we are in a new place now. We're gonna go visit his mom because his mom has not seen the baby yet. Honey has to say, I'm coming with you because you can't be down there by yourself. I mean, at the one point in time, eventually she has to be dealing with his mom one-on-one to herself. She can't always rely on someone else being there to be the middleman between them. She can't even really depend on Bart to be the middleman, because I think that's the reason why things get so mixed up, because his mama is crazy. Let's not get it misconstrued. She is a little bit off the rocker or whatever, but I do think if they had better open communication, things might be able to be resolved quicker. So, the sister does say, well, I'm going to go with you, but we know she didn't really go because her sister didn't come. So, they do get to, was it Florida? Did I forget that quick? Vegas. These damn Excedrin pills, baby. Because I don't take pills often. I took 2 Excedrin, and it's, it makes me kind of loopy. So y'all probably won't get these until early Tuesday at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So when they get to Vegas, as they like walking up towards mama's house, Bar like, you've been acting real weird. You've been acting real fun. You've been acting off. And she said, because I kind of don't want her to keep the baby. I guess they went to see the mama, of course, there. But the mom was going to keep the baby while they kind of hung out in Vegas. They used to live in Vegas. And my thing is, I wouldn't have his mama watch my child the whole time I was there. I mean, like, you can get like an hour or two, mama, but that's about it. Like, you can't get no days and days and days. It just felt like they was just going to have her watch the baby, for the whole trip that they was there. So when they get in the mama's house, Ashley holding the baby. She comes in second. Bar did walk in first. His mama did say, hey, da 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 da. When Ashley walked in, the mama did not acknowledge Ashley. She did go right up to Ashley and take the baby out of her hands. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. Oh my God. She did do that, which pissed Ashley off because the whole time she there, mama didn't say shit to Ashley. And do I think she did it on purpose? Yes and no. I think she already felt like it's awkward tension for one. And I also think that she was so distracted about seeing her grandbaby that she assumed she said something and she said nothing. And Ashley, of course, was pissed, so she walked out. And his mom was like, where did she go? And he like, I don't know, I think she's on the phone. She went outside. She then called Bart from outside and was like, your mama didn't speak to me. I'm upset at that. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe she wouldn't talk to me. You know, that's why I don't want to watch my baby. Da, 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 da. I'm like, girl, back. So, when she left out, the mom was like, why she tripping? He like, because she said that you didn't speak to her. See, you know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't have a chance to talk to her. She being such a bitch. She can come back in here at this point as they want to come back in, so it's the whole thing. We then see her and him at like the hotel, and they kind of arguing about it because she said like, you know what I'm saying, your mama didn't speak to me, and he like, when I talked to her about it after you called me, she said it was not intentional, that she just kind of got wrapped up in the baby being here, and then you walked out so fast, it just kind of happened. And at this point, you know what I'm saying, he like, well, you been acting funny the whole time since we've been here, and he said, she said, yeah, nigga. Yeah, like what she said, but it is. She said the N-word. She said, yeah, because I'm here. She said, yeah, because I'm bringing my child here to see a bitch I don't fuck with. I said, well, god dang it. Well, tell them how you really feel. Stop calling my mama a bitch. She's like, well, you know what? It seems that when people tend not to speak to people, they tend to be bitches. I said, well, god damn it. Okay, she's true. She's right. You know, it is what it is. He's then saying, you know, stop calling my mama a bitch. I've never called her mama a bitch. But you try to fight them, bruh. At the end of the day, I think if I had to, what would get me more mad? Someone calling my mom a bitch or someone trying to fight my mom. If you try to fight my mom, I'm going full on Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Scarface, bang, bang, shoot him up, dead, all around the corner. You can't come at my mom like, no, Brett, no, baby, no. So his thing is, you can't kind of compare apples and oranges because I just have not disrespected your mama. But you try to fight the mama and the daddy. So you have no right to brothers to be quiet. So, but when she said bitches to, when she said people who tend not to speak be bitches, I said, no, they do. They really do. It's honest to God truth. So the next day, I guess she didn't have time to calm down, and her and Bar talking again. And at this point, she's saying, okay, it wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe I did interrupt. Maybe just saying that she said it's an accident. Maybe it really was. And so I should not be so upset. And I can let this go. We kind of move forward. So when they get to the mom's house with the baby, the mom does hug Ashley, say, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to make you feel any kind of way. Because y'all getting married now. So now it's different. And, you know, I was like, all right, I get it, you know, it was, but I felt like it was something. And she said, no, you know, I really did not intend that. She said, but in the future, she's like, how about this? If you feel some kind of way, just talk to me directly. I feel like that's a good thing that you can say to that person. However, it do seem like if his mom's in a bad mood and if she say something, the mom could flip. You know what I'm saying? I don't see her as a person where if you have an issue with her, you can just consistently tell her what it is and she's not going to flip out about something. I think the reason she stayed calm in this situation was because it was a good day. Who knows how she can be on a bad day. And you know what I'm saying, it was a step in the right direction though, because they did kind of hug it out. They made up, both saying how they wanted to talk or whatever and be cool about it. So it's a step in the right direction to where his mama was able to say, you my future daughter-in-law, and you know what I'm saying, I can't treat you as if you his baby mama, because you not, he gonna marry you. And I said, at least she now realizes that she has to respect Ashley because she not just some random girl. And you know what I'm saying, that was cool for what it was. Kayla and Steven. Is it Steven or Stephen? I think it's Stephen, but I might say Steven, so just ignore me. It's been like, I think it's been like a week or two. Well, she said he has not been around since the whole fight thing that we saw last episode that had me pissed off to the highest point of festivity. It was kind of crazy. She said, you know, he has not been around since the whole fight thing, and you know what I'm saying? So because of that, and because I remember working, she is along with her child a lot, how she just not have help because it's just her, because of course he ain't been around. But I'm like, at this point, I honestly feel like that child is better off without the toxicness of his dad. Like, Steven has a long way to go to grow up to be a man, to be a father. And it takes more than you nutting in the female and her pushing out a baby for you to be a father. I mean, you a father in the name of the name, like that's your title, but I don't think you've earned the right to be that child's father. I mean, you are a complete and utter asshole. You were completely and utterly disrespectful to the mother of your child and to the grandmother of your child, only because you stole some money from them. So I feel like he has a long way to go before he should be allowed to be in that household, let alone around that dang on child, because he seems like a person with a hot temper. So, her mom just brings up how they're going to go to see a lawyer because he supposedly said how he could just come and take the baby, and she don't want him to take the baby. So they they have to go consult a lawyer so that when he can't try to take the baby, maybe some child support stuff, maybe just, the things you have to do when you going through the course with the kids. And she was like, what did she say? She said, how would he can't really take the baby because, he going from house to house. He's not stable. I say he not going to get no kind of custody or even any kind of visitations because he's homeless. They don't give homeless people kids. They don't. They take the kids away. If anything, he might go to court. They might strip his ass of his parental rights because he's homeless. Okay? So my thing is she kind of worried. I think she think if he tried to take the baby legally, I can say he's wrong. My thing is, I think if he take the baby, it's kidnapping regardless because he homeless, homegirl. He ain't got nothing out of zero. Okay? So, she was saying how, it's kind of crazy how much my mom has helped him and did for him. And, he had somewhere to stay. He had food on the table, all these things. Again, girl, you was his shelter. Okay? You was a storage shelter for the winter or the summer because it gets hot in the summer. But either way it go, he wasn't there to be there for the baby. He wasn't there to be there for you. He was there because he had no other choice. He was there because he ain't had no lights, no gas, no water. The refrigerator can't cut. He don't have nothing in his house where he was staying at because the power was cut off. So he was using you for your damn power, your lights and gas. Here in Michigan, your DTE bill, bitch. But she was saying how because she was talking to her friend. And, when she was saying, like, he's, my mom has done so much for him, so I can't believe he would do this. The friend then said, he's always been an asshole. You was just so in love with him that you could not see it, but he's always been this way. He has. He ain't acting no different, girl. And you need to get that figured out. So at this point in time, the friend like, look, you need to move on. You need to move on. You need to be serious about it. Yeah, you're right. I do need to move on. Yeah, I do. She ain't a bit more serious than the man on the moon. She's saying all this because she don't want to seem stupid. However, going back to him is more stupid than not being with the father of your child. It's just total and utter complete chaos within him because his temper is too much. With him walking up on them, arguing, it was just team to the frick much. And I feel like until he gets shit together, he not going to be able to be a father in any point or fashion. But you, Kayla, need to put your goddamn finger down, your toe down, all your feet down. Put all 10 toes, all 10 fingers down. And, just be like, look, this ain't what ain't going to happen no more. You ain't ever going to come on my house and be rude to my mama ever, 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 okay? Do some of that and then see how, different he will be. We do see her like a week later. She's like packing and stuff up. They basement got a lot of junk in there. I mean, the basement almost look like the beginning of Hoarders. Okay, not the ending of Hoarders where the stuff all stacked up. I mean, the beginning you're starting to stack stuff up. I'm like, it was just bins and bins and boxes and boxes. You building a fort? Like, what's going on now? Okay, and my thing is the basement looks spacious enough to be a whole nother room. Girl, you crazy? You better clean that basement out, make it your damn house for free. So they going through with stuff, whatever, trying to bag it all up. It's a pair of another girl's drawers in the clothes, in his clothes. She said, "Them ain't mine," and we know they want her mama's. I said, "Well, that's nasty." Ugh. Anywho, we do see Stephen talking to his friend, and he lying to his damn friend, lying all day. King lion, jungle lion, African lion, hell, goddamn on lion from Empire, lying their ass off. And he's saying how how I had got the card and I was going to get some money out to pay a bill, and then once I realized that it wasn't Kayla's card, it was her mama card, he then said, I said fuck it and took the money out anyway. So my thing is, you knew for a fact that you had the wrong card and that you should not have been using the mama card. The killing thing is, when he said I didn't realize who card it was, you still knew the PIN number. I have used my mom's card before too. She said, "Hey, go to the store and give me this," or go whatever. So I've had my mom's card before too. You don't remember someone's PIN number. I could, if my mama gave me her card right now and said, "Jay, go buy you all the Air Force Ones, all the top 10 of these, go get all of what you want, here on my card," I would go to the store and I would not have any clue what her code is. Even though I've used her card before with her permission to do stuff, to put gas in the car or whatever. You don't just out the blue have someone's card and you did not know you had their card and you know the PIN number. Girl, the fuck by. See something like, yeah, and I tried to pay her back or whatever, and she flipped out and she said this, she said that. So I went off. I acted a complete ass, you know what I'm saying? I just went off and it was what it was. And then he like, and I get mad. His monkey ass friend gonna say, you know what I'm saying? You gotta laugh that shit off, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just do you. I said, you two home with little mother niggas. That's not nice. You two people are just wrong. I'm like, I see why Stephen's so fucked up, because he's getting advice from people who worse off than him. When your friend tell you, I used my girl's mama card and I said fuck it and she should not have been pissed and I got pissed off. Any friend who says to you, dog, you can't do that. I have a friend now she's single and she's dating or whatever, and she just say little stuff or whatnot, and I was like, girl, no, don't do that. No, you know what I'm saying? Because you just kind of want to tell a person. I don't think that's wise. Like, I think you should. The fact that the dude only said you need to laugh about that shit and do you. He can't do him because he homeless. I think you homeless too. Anyway, y'all both stupid as hell. The end of the scene is we see that Kayla went to a lawyer who did let her know that if push come to shove, because he got something. Was it a DUI? I don't know what it was, but something. Anyway, she has basically full, primary custody, and that he would not be able to take the child without her permission, because I guess in whatever state they're in, the law is, since he signed the birth certificate, he also acknowledged that he can't just take the baby. It was, I don't know, who cares? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, she knew that she can't take the child. Now, the fact that the law say he can't take the child does not mean his crazy ass won't take your child. So, girl, get it together. Brianna and Danae, of course, is the last one. It was pretty easy. Brianna has smartened up. She's not under Danae's spell anymore. She has kind of wisened up. We know that she got her license. She got a job somewhere. They've been broken up only for 2 weeks. Danae, oh, Lord Jesus. So, Brianna said how she started to realize how toxic Danae was to her, simply because she's no longer involved with him. So her eyes are kind of opening. And something that do be a thing with dating someone who you think is toxic, you sometimes don't realize how bad it is until you're out of it. And then once you're out, you're like, why did I date him? Bad guy. But yeah, she's coming to the point where she's recognizing all of these things that happen. And, she's saying how she wants to tell Danae that he no longer has to be Braden's father. Oh, no, that he isn't anymore. He's no longer Braden's father. And I'm like, well, you want to go, tell him in person? And Brianna was like, yeah. She was like, I don't think that's wise for you to do that. The whole last situation, how he was, almost attacking you. He was in your face. I mean, Danae, it was bad. It really, really was bad. And if that was my child, I would be pissed off too. And I think the crazy part about it is the mama was just saying this and she didn't even see it. So, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, but her mom says it's not a good idea to go talk to him in person or whatever. And she does agree. She said she'll basically send him with FaceTime or whatever. And she gets her mom's point of view as far as not calling him, going to see him. And she also says how she knows she would never go back to him because of he messed up so bad. She said basically he messed up and it's his fault, so I can't mess with that. Now they do keep showing how she said before when she was in Chicago how she would never take the child away from his family, how they're always going to be family. And here it is a couple months later and she like, nope, not gonna do it. I'm leaving it alone. So at this point in time, she does FaceTime Danae And they're kind of chit-chatting for a little second. He like, oh yeah, how's the baby doing? You know, how are you doing or whatever? Is he sitting up or whatever? Da, da, da. Yeah, he is. So she's like showing them sitting up. She's showing them different things because for her, this is the closing of the casket of the situation between her and Danae. So she then says, well, yeah, you know, I kind of called to let you know, this will be like a closure. And, you know, so she like, what? I mean, he said, closure? What are you talking about? You know, do you mean like I can't be in his life anymore? She's like, well, yeah, I just don't think it's wise. And at this point, he's pissed. Okay, he is. I mean, we didn't see him punch no walls. However, he's very upset. Like, are you serious? You was out here being a hoe, doing this and this and this, doing A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And you, what do you say? Oh yeah, I wasted all my time on you. You was pathetic. I mean, he threw all he just throwing flames on fire. You know what? He goes smoke gasoline. He goes smoke. He goes some dang. He just burning it up. I'm like, Lord Jesus, you pathetic. I can't believe you. Da, 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 da. You a hoe. Did you call me a hoe? And like I can't believe this is. He just going off or whatever. And then he does end up hanging up. Now when he hangs up, he's like, I can't do this. No. And then he like kicks a little bag and he's like, I would never in my life take a child away. But I was saying since season 1, since episode 1, she not if she let that man her kid life, she crazy as hell. Okay, Day, that crazy bitch outside, and it just happened to be Danae. But then I don't mean like in a bitch. If you ain't seen Friday, you should know that. If you have seen Friday, you know that reference is from. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, he hung up on her. And what she did, so like, I've never been a hoe. You know what I'm saying, it's just kind of crazy. I would have taken a person out of my life who was toxic like that. I think sometimes people forget you can date someone and you can have kids or whatever and y'all can stop talking. It does not mean that person, oh my God, I can't believe I'll never see the kids anymore. That's why you have to be very careful who you intertwine your child with, because you don't want the child to ever be like, where is so-and-so? I know this is somebody new, but where is the last person? Where did that person go? So Danae making the decision to just kind of cut ties, I honestly made all kind of sense. Cause I'm like, I've known guys date girl for like 2-3 months, and they'll like get introduced to the kid or whatever, and then they do be like a father figure, and then when they break up, they be like, all right, bye Lance. Play a club reference. Yeah, so it's, who knows what's gonna happen in the future. I do think Danae has too much of a temper. I do think if Danae is gonna be living in Chicago, that he isn't gonna be involved anyway, so it was what it was. The ending scene is her talking to her sister and just saying how, he kind of flipped out, he was being crazy, and her just like, look, that's what he do. He's mean, he's rude, he's arrogant or whatever. He has an attitude problem, but you just should be happy to not be with him anymore and leave it at that. So, we then see Danae talking to his friend. Like, I just never knew the baby would affect me like this or whatever. I feel so bad that I can't see the baby anymore, but I guess I had to let go of that baby. I mean, you really do. He does say he did not realize how losing the child would affect him. I mean, if you truly love someone, it affects you because they hurt in one way or the other. But as far as like, I don't know, whatever else, it's just stupid. I just think Brianna needs to. She needs to just move on and move forward in her life and just not deal with Danae at all. I'm pretty sure they would have to come head to head at the reunion, so we're gonna see how that's gonna go. Anywho, I'm all set. Put your comments below. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.